Alright, what is up guys? Afflicted Gamer here in another Division video. Now, I don't understand why it actually says that my audio is not included. Bear with me for one moment because this is a really important topic that we're going to get into in a minute here. Okay. Alright, my apologies. Everything is fine. So, today is August 25th, and we just had the state of the game. And in today's state of the game, there was some really big news, and next to nobody is happy about it. So the couple small things that they're fixing are, the slow walk to get down to the hub, the one to get into the base. They're going to fix those. A buyback system if you accidentally sell a weapon that you didn't mean to sell. Stuff like that. Whoop-de-doo. The buyback thing is really cool. And yeah, of course, it's nice to not have to walk, but they're making a massive mistake. So I'm not going to actually post the whole state of the game, but for those of you that don't have Twitch or you don't watch it for whatever reason, this video is for you guys. I'm actually going to let you hear what they have to say, and then I'm going to talk about it, and then so on and so forth. So you'll see that these are not my words because, I made that video, Stop Falling for Clickbait. And once again, through the whole state of the game, I proved people wrong. I hate it. Don't mislead your viewers. It's not fair to them. But this has got to be the worst news for the Division right now, and it just may kill this game. And that is really sad because, honest to God, I love this game. So here, I'm going to let you hear this beginning part, okay?
No, but this is a different time for us, for good reason.
Yes.
This is a little bit different today because some things are shifting, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Update 1.4, the next big thing on the menu, has changed. A lot of people would have thought that would be survival, but we have to change a few things.
Yep.
Right?
Turns out
Okay.
it's not.
It's not. Okay. So here's the plan. We want to get as much information out to you as quickly as possible. We'll talk about it a little bit more, but I know you guys are here. You want to know what's going on. We should get. I think we should get all that information out right now on the table.
Yes.
And then we can talk about what that really means. So, update 1.4 is coming in October.
In October. Yes.
Survival will be out later in the year.
Survival will be out later, exactly. So that's the big thing. We are actually separating Survival from Update 1.4. They should have been released in the same time. We are actually going to push Survival and have just Update 1.4 come out in October.
Yes. And I mean, this is important. Last week, you would have remembered that we talked about a lot of the issues that are in the game, of which there are many, you guys know.
Yep.
We can't wait any longer to take care of those, right? We need to get those things sorted before we release new content.
Yes.
We don't want that new content to have those issues.
Yep.
And we don't want the core game that
Yep.
we have right now to have those issues,
Yep.
because we want to get back to making the Division really fun in the end game experience, because, and we've talked about this a lot on the stream, 1 to 30 feels great.
It does.
And then you hit 30 and something changes. We need to fix that, and obviously a few other things as well. There's bugs, there's some quality of life things. We'll talk about those in a second.
So bear with
but
me.
just so you know, to reiterate, the next patch, the next update is going to be Update 1.4, which will fix a lot of the core issues in the game.
Yeah. So
Probably not all, just for expectations, but we want to focus on really improving the core of the game before we move on to new content, which would be Survival, the next one.
Exactly. So
That's clear, right?
that's pretty clear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Update 1.4, core experience, bug fixing, balancing, quality of life, and then once everything is actually better, then Survival.
Okay, chat seems to, a lot of people in chat seem to think that's a good idea. I know.
Okay, that's a lie. A lot of people in chat were absolutely furious hearing this news. The fact that Survival says summertime, and we all expected it by the end of August, early September, and now it's going to be sometime in October, which is a massive mistake. No pun intended with the massive. But That's way too long to wait. For one, it's just a patch. The first thing that comes is a patch. The second thing that comes will then be survival. So those things that they're talking about fixing, quality of life and whatever, that means that, again, you can now run instead of having to walk down to the hub, or when you first come into the base, and balancing weapons and the way gear is and scaling the NPCs and things like that, and sure, those need to be done. And yes, the 1 to 30 experience is good. When you get to 30, it's a bit of a struggle, and it seems like you're just out for loot and whatever, because there's nothing else major to do. Underground came, which was great. It held our interest for a while, but we're ready for survival. At least the vast majority of players are ready for survival, and I'm just letting this run in the background. I could basically, you can see I'm getting my information directly from the stream, for everybody that missed it. So another thing that was constantly asked, because why do they tease us with stuff that they don't give us? 1.2 was showstopper, we got it at 1.3. So the question, I threw it out there probably, I don't even know, 25 times, so I'm not exaggerating, seriously. What about the blind rifle? And finally, Hamish said, we don't know what is going to happen with the blind rifle. We don't even know if it's going to make it into 1.4, period. Nice slap in the face.
Yes. On all platforms at the same time.
Now, right there, 1.4, which is just the patch, not survival, is going to be coming on the same day for Xbox One, PC, and PlayStation 4. But survival is a different issue. They still have Microsoft has the exclusive rights to The Division, meaning that Xbox players and PC players are going to still get it a month earlier, which means for PlayStation 4, they get an extra slap in the face and have to wait until November because they decided to push all this back. So this is not good for The Division, guys. This is really, really bad for The Division. The fact that they're making us wait until October for a patch, and we don't even have a release date for survival. Nothing at all. And I mean, I could let you guys listen to them ramble on this whole time about how they're just going to fix quality of life and then eventually answer the blind rifle thing, but there's no need to do that. The point is this: when October hits, Battlefield 1 is going to be out. Titanfall 2 is going to be out. In September, all the Destiny fans that play this game, Rise of Iron is going to be here. They are going to lose even more of the player base, and it's already dropped off so much. It's insane. Reading all the articles and the forums and everything about, how much they've already lost is nuts. And then at the very, very end of the stream where they say, actually, sorry, before that, let me back up 1 second. Hamish himself,
obviously we have a lot of bug fixes to do. There's the skills, there are things that shouldn't work like they do. Obviously, mobile covers still in the background doing weird things, and you guys know about smart cover being destroyed. Like these bugs that shouldn't exist. So we have to spend time on those things, and while they may not be, not all of them, game breaking, they're just annoying, and they shouldn't be in there, right?
It's all about the experience again. It's just like all these small things that have been lingering on the game for a while, and that you guys have been reporting for ages also. We want to really improve the experience. So all the small things that are very frustrating when you're playing, and you're you're trying to start your heal, and then your heal actually has a delay, and you die.
Okay, yeah, fix those things. But Hamish Bode, the guy who was speaking first, literally in this video says, "I will not go into the dark zone." So someone who is the community developer of The Division refuses to step inside the dark zone. that's an issue because he plays the same game. So what he's been doing, and he's been streaming it and proving it, is leveling up other characters because he said flat out he enjoys the 1 to 30 experience over what happens when you get to level 30. This is nuts. Like, so, okay. Basically, that means that there's nothing to do. Sure, there are. You can do the incursions and you can do the underground for however long that holds your interest. Or, maybe you love the dark zone and you just want to go in there and actually, even some rogues that are usually complete pricks, are coming out in a nice way and saying, look, usually we like to just grief on players, but we don't even want to do that anymore because we're really just bored, and that's that. Which is crazy to hear from someone who says, I like to kill other players 24/7 in the Dark Zone. They're bored of that even. They haven't expanded anything in the Dark Zone for so PvP players are really getting and have gotten the shaft for a long time. Like, I'm sure everybody that is a major PvP player knows that Dark Zone inside and out. They know exactly where they're going all the time, and I'm sure they're completely bored of it. So, we have to wait till October for them to dial back the NPCs in all areas of the game. Then we get to run around in our base. We don't know if we're going to get the blind rifle, period. It's just a patch that's coming in October. So there's nothing else coming. Survival's coming sometime after that. We don't know when. So that means November-ish for PlayStation 4. And the way they tried to wrap this up in a nice, neat little bow, what's up, Elspeth, is they're offering tomorrow, if you go on the Division website, on their official page, you can fill out an application on how you think you can improve the game. And if they like what they hear, they said you don't even have to be a major YouTuber, you don't have to be a YouTuber at all, that all expenses paid, they'll fly you out to Sweden so you can help. So, okay. So the players that get to go to Sweden get to be happy for a little bit. They get to meet Hamish and Yannick and whatever. They get to do all that, while the rest of us that don't get to go to Sweden, and don't get to contribute, we get stuck here with literally nothing to do until October, when other games are going to be out by then. Like I said, Rise of Iron, Battlefield 1, Titanfall 2. Like, all these things are going to be there, and people are going to forget about the Division when all those games are in their hands, because it's going to give them something to do. Listen to this also.
They feel a bit hard done by. So we need to work on that.
Yeah, it's all about making the loot more relevant again. It's also about, just like making sure that when you're going to do an activity that has specific difficulty, you're going to get loot that is relevant to this difficulty and that is going to allow you to upgrade and actually go to another difficulty. So trying to avoid a situation that you're in right now where you're actually, you need gear, like to do challenge mode, you will need gear that you actually drop in challenge mode. So it's like,
exactly, and
how do I get it?
Doesn't make much sense.
Yeah.
So the next thing...
They've been saying that for so long that they're going to fix that, and they still haven't. Like, they want to do this, like they just said, quality of life fixes, which is this.
Things that would just increase the quality of life, they fall by the wayside because there are more critical things. What doing a patch like this allows us to do is focus on things that we haven't had time to look at, which the community have been talking about since release, basically. Some of the ones and this is just a small list of some of the ones that we will be tackling in this update 1.4. Weapon skins taking up inventory space. Not happening anymore. That's going to be great.
Okay.
I don't know why you're not excited, man. Like, come on.
It's good. That's one of these things that have been asked since pretty much, even the alpha and the beta and the launch.
Okay, yeah, they do. They get in the way, right? They take up space and whatever. We need more stash room. more space in our stash. So some people create other characters that get to the point where they can unlock the base, and then they put stuff on that character. I've done the same thing. So, these are things that they're taking priority over other than giving the players more content. They're doing that instead of giving us things that we were teased with, like the blind rifle, because that's one thing I'm not going to drop. The fact they gave us the gear set and said, look at what you're getting, and then even worse is that there's not even a, yeah, by 1.4 this will be here, or even, you know what, I'm really sorry, but when survival gets here, you guys will get your hands on it. Because that question wasn't just from me that I put in their stream today. That came from other players as well. And after hearing this news, everybody said, Division, RIP, PS4 Division players, RIP, uninstalled right now. A lot of cursing in chat, and how they said that people think that this delay until October is a good thing is beyond me. I have no idea how this is a good thing in any way, shape, or form for anyone, especially players that don't care for PvE. For the Dark Zone. What about them? They were hyped because they thought survival was going to be really, there was a lot that was going to be based around the Dark Zone. They're still stuck running around in circles on the same map, And for instance, today, I logged in when I got back home from the doctors and saw 2 people playing the Division. And then I logged in just now, and there's literally 3. Everyone else is either playing Black Ops or Destiny. So, can you imagine when people finally get their hands on Battlefield 1? Because I know that everybody is extremely excited for Battlefield 1. And that's nuts. Let me see what's up, Alspet. Oh, you feel you're listening to it? Yeah, I know. Well, you know what? Because I couldn't put this up on screen, so I thought that I would throw their words in the chat so people could hear that this is not just from me. This is from them. Like, this is what they are saying, because people fall for clickbait, they argue and all that. So, yeah. And okay, you said, hey, they should expand the area of play or the arena of the map. Like have Twin Tower mission. That would be, anything would be dope right now. And anything added to this game would be dope right now. I mean, all I have to do is get my blind outfit. That's all I have left. I don't have anything else to do. I can make another character, but I'm ready for new missions. I'm ready for more. Like, I get, PlayStation has Underground, so if they would release Survival now, we would have something to do, and PlayStation can still enjoy Underground, and then once that, starts to run its course for them, then they'll hire Survival right after that. But no. Let's talk about worthless crap. Like, let's hear some more. As you said, and it's okay if it sounds like it comes from a radio. Whatever, guys. I'm sorry, but you know what? I could not put this up, on Xbox right now while I was streaming. I just wanted to make a video because I really wanted to talk about this, because I bet you any money a lot of people are gonna have a lot of negative things to say about the Division, because like I find 3 people that are playing it. That's sad. Like, so what else do they have to say? It's the stream isn't that much longer. Let's hear what point they're at right now.
That we have way better. Yeah. That's how you should think of it. Then we have Survival, which is later. So to be clear, 1.4, update 1.4, coming in October, patch that we're talking about right now, and then Survival will be coming after that. All right. So I think we should talk more about what we want to do in the coming weeks, and this is quite soon. Yeah. But we've talked about it. We said, it'd be great if you guys could join us in the conversations on the forums, on Reddit, in Twitch chat like you're doing right now. But we want to bring some people here to help us with update 1.4, so we can get your eyes on it along with ours to do that. Would you like to do that? Is my question. I hope so. Yeah.
I'm doing the check.
Yannick's my hype man.
Yeah.
But so we will be tomorrow. There's going to be an article up on the website with a bit more information. But we will be taking submissions from the community for people who want to come here to Massive in Malmö, Sweden. So I think it's going to be really cool. What we're going to do is we'll open the submissions tomorrow.
Yeah.
I guess around this time tomorrow, about 24 hours from now.
I don't know. Yeah, tomorrow.
But I'll be on the stream. We'll talk more about that. But
it doesn't matter because it's not a matter of being the first one to register anyway.
So the divisiongame.com in the news section, I guess, is going to have an article, and there's going to be a link to a survey in there. Sorry, there's a comment on that. I'll get to it in a sec. There's going to be a link to a survey in there. We need an application from people who are interested, why you'd be helpful to this whole process. There's a lot of other questions in there. But we want to bring a few people over here and help us test some things. Before I forget, all expenses paid, yes.
Yes, all expenses paid.
We'll pay for it.
Of course.
But someone was asking, like, reserved for YouTubers, I bet. We'll be inviting, some other people from the community who people have been saying, you should bring this guy, you should bring this guy.
Yeah.
We will bring some people like that, but we also want to make sure that you guys know that this isn't exclusively for people. This isn't a marketing opportunity for us. This is a way to make the game better with you guys. There isn't, people say, a lot of, shouting out names of people to bring. But that's not your barrier to entry. I want to be very, very clear. The YouTubers, Twitch people, podcast people, they don't have a monopoly on good ideas.
No.
And they do have them. But we want to make sure that you guys have an opportunity as well.
Yeah.
All right?
Exactly. So it's as much bringing people that actually have an opinion about the game and have good ideas and are willing to talk about it in a constructive manner. It can be negative feedback, that's fine.
So we'll actually see who really goes to Sweden. I mean, you know what? It's gonna be Skill Up, Eric's Like Butter. I guarantee it's gonna be stuff like that, Alright, what did you have to say, Al? Okay, so for real, they probably want you to, but the new Tom Clancy game... Oh, you're talking about Ghost Recon Wildlands. Yeah. All the reviews on that are extremely negative. I searched up some stuff because I watched the E3 gameplay. Nothing special, nothing spectacular whatsoever. I know it's only in the alpha stages, so I'm not going to judge too harshly, but based on what they've done with this game, I don't see a lot of people jumping at another Ubisoft game anytime soon, and I've actually read that in a lot of comments, so it's horrible. What they're doing is such a huge mistake. That's my opinion. I'm going to state that right now so nobody says, oh, well, who are you? Well, it's my opinion. I'm entitled to it. And everybody else, if somebody disagrees with me and they think, yeah, you know what? They should really fix everything and postpone this for, another couple months or a month and a half, whatever, because there's actually not even a date for the 1.4 patch, let alone survival. I've said that a few times, but I'm going to say that again. If somebody thinks that's a good idea, I would love to know your reasons why. The only thing that makes any sense is fixing some quality of life things. Sure, if you're going to fix stuff like smart cover and whatever, that's cool. But do you really, really have to make us wait until an unknown date to give us our next DLC that says summertime, which is now going to be fall, and that also means that Last Stand, which is winter, is going to be New Year's. So, I completely disagree with what they're doing in this right now. Okay, so Elspeth, you said this may sound off topic, but I feel it should be brought up. Minecraft was very successful for big reasons. One, updates for the DLCs, constant updates, and never second or third games. Right. Sure. Yeah, I don't play Minecraft, so I don't know a whole lot about it, so I'm not gonna pretend that I do. But yeah, sure, that makes sense. But here we were promised a DLC, and this is the information that we've gotten. We're not getting what we were told we were gonna get when we were supposed to get it. On top of that, I'm not going to let it go because it's not just myself, but a lot of other players really wanted to get their hands on that gun. Every named weapon that we seem to get in the division ends up being trash, and the blind rifle was the one that seemed pretty promising. So did the showstopper. The showstopper is one that some people love and some people hate. It seems like it's kind of in the middle. Or sorry, like it's kind of one or the other. You know what I mean? Where for me, I love to have fun with it, but it's not something I would take into a serious incursion or anything of that. So, all right. So everything's postponed. They want to know our input. They're gonna fly some people out to Sweden. I can't wait to see who actually goes because I'm already gonna put money on Skill Up Eric's Like Butter, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna actually pick a regular person for the mere fact that they said they would live, but it's probably gonna be some sort of YouTuber in some way, shape, or form, even just a small one, like myself. And I don't mean me, but I just mean someone around where I am at if they present good enough ideas. But they've basically shot themselves in the foot. I think that they've now the game is a mess. It's a complete mess because we now have nothing to do. We have nothing to do until sometime in October when other games are going to be here. What does the blind rifle do? The blind rifle goes with the blind outfit, and it has a special talent on it where it's similar to the gear set where you can blind your enemies all the time. I actually saw the name of the exact wording of the talent. Elspeth, I'll get back to you on that because it's been a super long day, man. I'm sorry. I was at the doctor's. I did a lot of traveling today. The talent is really cool. It's really unique. And actually, I'm kind of mad that I can't remember at this exact second because I really want to answer that question. But oh crap! Oh, it shows it. Anyways, if especially if you pair it up with the gear set, it's a nice weapon. There's gameplay of it from E3 on Eric's channel, and I believe also on Skill Up's channel. You can actually see this thing in action. It looks and sounds like a monster, and they shred through enemies with it, And the fact that enemies get blinded when you shoot them is awesome because you're constantly disorienting your enemies, and if you were to do that with players, you're gonna tear them apart too. It looked like a very, very promising gun, not like the historian. It's kind of like if you think back to the days of the Midas. The Midas was awesome in its prime, and everybody loved it. It looks promising like the Midas was in its prime. I will find out the exact perk for sure, So, but you have blind on your M1A. Yeah, no, it's not like that where it can possibly cause a flash. Oh my god, okay, I want to find out what it does. So the second I'm going to look it up after this, and I'm going to send you a message also to tell you exactly what it does. The blind rifle was something that was really cool, and it goes with the gear set, and if you pair it up with the gear set, you get an extra special bonus because you have the two paired together, making it even more effective. Now, I know a lot of people don't like the blind gear set. Some of them just use the two-set bonus for the extra pulse critical hit damage, but if you pair it up with a gun, the 4-piece, then it's a whole different way to look at it. So it's really nice. But so yeah, I mean they're basically done their stream. It was a lot of filler in there and a lot of you have to wait. And I wish that I could show you guys the chat. I really wish I could show you guys the chat because I've never seen so many people this mad in State of the Game, and I watch it on a regular basis. I do not miss a State of the Game. ever. And so when I bring something to the table and I tell you guys about it, that's because I got it straight from them, or I'll watch Hamish's stream and I'll get it from him, and then I will tell you, like, i.e., that these gear sets that are. No, here you go.
October is not survival. Survival will be the next update after we do a patch that focuses on a lot of the core issues with the game. Bugs, quality of life,
Not October,
systems.
like you just said.
It's gonna
This
be
is
great.
the ending.
I
Feel
see,
good about it.
I see a lot of mine for the birthdays now. Sorry, it's too fast. We can't see. Happy birthday, everybody.
Oh yeah, they wish a whole bunch of people happy birthday, which is retarded. I don't know why they did that. Whatever.
So we said update 1.4 October. Survival after that. Survival is going to be between update 1.4 and before the end of the calendar year.
Yeah.
We don't have anything more precise right now because first we want to make sure we get 1.4 right. And then we will work on survival, and we will make sure that we get also survival right before we commit to a release date. So that's why we're keeping it vague. And Last Stand, people were asking about Last Stand. Last Stand is going to be, right now we're looking at early 2017.
Yes. All right.
So awesome. So sometime before the end of the year, we're going to get our DLC that we paid for, and that's that. So it looks like the Division is going to have another player base fall off. You know, what's up, Mustache? How you doing, man? Thanks for checking this out. So the broadcast 1 or 3 hours ago. No, this. Well, okay. I'm not sure if we're in different time zones, Mustache, but this was from noon this morning, where they gave all of the info, and I just saw that people were replaying it on Twitch. Replay from earlier today. So what you saw was the same thing that I saw when they did it live. But yeah, so just to end this, I think that they're killing the game. I think this is going to put a massive dent in who is going to stick around. Unless it's somebody that is going to be new to the Division, then it's going to be fresh and exciting for them. They get to level up, they get to do the incursions, they get to experience the Dark Zone, the Underground if they got the Season Pass. You know, they're going to have a lot of stuff to do if you're brand new to the game, but for those of us that have been here since day one, we are going to have nothing to do until 1.4 comes in October, and we'll even see what they really give us. And then sometime before the new year, which you just heard, right, from Hamish and Yannick's mouth, that's when we're going to get survival. So I love this, eh? We get to wait all this time. So October is just a patch, comes out on PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4 at the same time. Survival is sometime after that, and it's going to be even later for PlayStation players, so that's why everybody said they were going to uninstall the game, sell it, trade it for whatever else. And as I mentioned before, again, no blind rifle. They don't even know if it's going to make it to 1.4, which is like, come on, guys. They shouldn't have done that. Don't show us what we can't have. And finally, Battlefield 1 is going to be here. Titanfall 2 is going to be here. Rise of Iron is around the corner already. So they're just going to lose even more people. And I'm pretty sure that when the DLC drops, players will come back and check it out. But if they're fully engulfed in something else like Battlefield 1, you know, and the hardcore Destiny players, they're going to stick with that, and also Titanfall. Then right after that, for the people that are interested, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is going to be here in November. And I mean, for all we know, they could be dropping Survival at the same time as that, because now you just heard sometime before the end of the year. So all of this is really, really bad news. And the fact that they're going to fly a few people out to Sweden for ideas, all expenses paid. Okay, great cover, guys. Great way to, you know, try to put a lighter touch on basically pretty close to game-breaking news. I don't know. I'm really curious to hear what everybody has to say. this is going to go straight to YouTube. So actually, by the time some of you do watch this, it will be on YouTube, not on Twitch. And you can let me know what you think in the comments down below about all of this. Mustache, it's already Friday where you live? Okay, yeah, so we're in a different time zone. Alspet, I will show you Rise of Iron. It's the next major expansion for Destiny. I already have mine pre-ordered. It looks absolutely amazing. I'll be covering that around the clock. What does it go on it? And you're right, it has a timer. I have no idea what you mean, bro. But anyways, guys, so thank you all for stopping in, and everybody that watches this afterwards. Like I said, please leave your thoughts and comments down below. If you do agree that this is really, really going to hurt the division, that this was and is a mistake on their part, delaying everything. I mean, give us some fixes along the way. I would rather have 2 weekly maintenances happening, for 3 hours of downtime, but still getting content sooner than later, versus them taking care of a bunch of stuff so great we can run in and around the base of operations instead of the slow walks, the 2 slow walks, and smart cover and things like that. Instead of doing it all at once and then making us wait a long time and then trying to drop content when new games are out, which honestly I think that they're aligning that patch in October on purpose, because I think they know Battlefield is going to really hurt them because it's such a popular game. And same thing with Destiny. This was before this came out. For anyone that doesn't know, they said this was the Destiny killer. I actually believed it for a little while too myself, and Destiny is still going very, very strong. So for those of you that don't like Destiny, I mean, that's one thing, but Destiny is a very popular game, was that okay, Alspet? What'd you have to say there? It's in a box if I can't. Okay, all right. But yeah, and like I said, the other games that are coming to Titanfall 2, Call of Duty, Infinite Warfare, there's a bunch of stuff that's coming. And I think they're trying to put this at the same time so that they can try to keep players still in and hooked, so they won't play the content now and then drop this game completely when those games come out. It's going to make you choose what do you want to do at that time frame. That could be something. I could be completely wrong, but if you look at it from a marketing standpoint, you give us really good content right now, and then in a month, a really big game drops. So people have a month to play the content that they give us, and then when a month is done, you're pretty much good with what you've done. Just like Underground is pretty stale at the moment for PC and Xbox. So why wouldn't you go play something brand new and fresh that you can start from the very, very beginning, versus sticking around with something that you've already done? I have a friend, he said he logged in, went into the Dark Zone, saw a handful of players logged out and left, and hasn't been back on since, And like I said earlier, I logged in and there was 3 people playing, and that was it. So, but anyways, enough about all of that, guys. I mean, that's it. I'm going to read these final comments that are in chat here. Who needs to find a Titanfall timer? I don't know, it might be updated before I can make a video. Want to play Titanfall 2 so bad. Yeah, exactly, guys. Titanfall 2 is going to be amazing. Tech Test Part 2 is this weekend, starting tomorrow. I will be live streaming that, guys, both consoles. So I'll be on YouTube and I'll be on here. Messages will go up on Twitter beforehand to let everybody know that is happening. So by all means, be ready for that. If you do want to join in, we'll try and make our own network and kind of group up as a team. As you know, I'm going to be playing it again on both consoles. So, anybody that wants to do that, I'm more than happy to do that with both consoles. But okay, so you got to hear everything. Well, I mean, not absolutely everything, but you got to hear the most important stuff that came from today's State of the Game, which, oh man, I cannot believe it. When they, when it was said that we were gonna get news on survival, I didn't expect it to be the news that we got. I'm disappointed. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I know a lot of you come here to watch the Division in the Division content that I put out, and I know a lot of people play Destiny, so they're already asking to see that. I was speaking to a couple other people that subscribed just before I said, guys, I gotta go. I gotta make this video. I know that this has probably been talked about already all day while I was gone at the doctor's, but there was nothing I could do about that. But I did want to talk about it myself for the people that follow me and, pay attention to me. So I don't know. I really appreciate that. So you spam blind rifle over 100 times. Exactly. I did too. I put it in there a lot as well. So, but yep. I know I said that I was going to end it a couple of times, but I really will end it here, guys. So I think that this is going to... I honestly, I think it's going to put the final nail in the coffin for the Division for a lot of people. I know there will be players like myself that will stick it out. I'll probably put this game down for a while. I know when the Destiny update gets here, I will be focused on that around the clock because there's just nothing to do. I'll get to rank 40 by the time Rise of Iron gets here. I'll have my outfit. I mean, I was lucky enough the other day actually to... some people say they don't care. I don't care if they don't care, but I got my first underground weapons skin, and I'm super happy. I love that. So, other than getting those and getting the blind outfit, there is nothing else I want or need to do in this game. And that sucks. I want more content. I want more stuff to do. So, but that's it, guys. That's it. There's nothing else that can be said. We'll see what happens in next week's State of the Game, and hopefully they have something different to say. So, but anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys. As always, have a good day. I'll see you guys in the next video. Leave your thoughts and comments down below. If you think that this was a bad idea and whatnot, by all means, drop a like. If you see fit, if you disagree with me, go ahead and hit dislike. Just by all means, please let me know in the comments down below why, in a polite, adult, mannerly fashion. You don't have to say rude things. Most people actually don't, other than a couple. So I appreciate that. Constructive criticism is always welcome. I'm always open to that for sure. And if you are new to the channel, there will be more Division content. I'm not just going to drop it because we have to wait. I will still continue to play the game. Someone asked for help earlier just before this, so I will be doing things like that. So I'll still be streaming. I'll still be playing. So, by all means, if you're interested in seeing Division content, Destiny content, Titanfall 2 content, all that kind of stuff, by all means, consider subscribing to the channel, and you will get to see all of that. And you can follow me on Twitter at AfflictedGamer, or on here, AfflictedGamerX, and obviously on YouTube, AfflictedGamer. So, alright guys, that is it for me. Thanks to everybody that stopped in, and thank you so much for throwing those comments in there. Titanfall, how to get Titanfall? Go to the Xbox store, search up Titanfall 2, download the tech test. You can get it for free, and you can play it starting tomorrow. But you can download it now. You can do the training now, bud. Or same thing for PlayStation 4. If anybody wants to know. It's also in the PS4 store. And you download it for free, play it for free. So hopefully that helped, guys. You wanted to know that stuff there. That's in the chat. So, okay, guys, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, have a good day. And I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news if you haven't heard this already, but this is important to me. Sorry there's no gameplay, but I had the phone in front of me. I wanted you guys to hear that it was from them, not me. No clickbait, no BS, just the straight up honest truth. So, alright, guys. So, that's it. I'm out. I'll see you in the next Division video. And, yeah, I really want to hear what everybody has to say about all of this. Okay? Alright, guys. Have a good night. And whoever else just tuned in, this is going to go up to YouTube in a moment. Afflicted Gamer is the channel name, or by all means, just rewatch this broadcast talking about what happened in today's state of the game and how bad this can and probably will hurt the player base, especially PS4 players, because I do care about them. Alright, guys, that's it. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys soon.